So, start?
Yeah, we're starting.
Cool. So, welcome to the, should we call this the second episode or like the first legit episode?
Let's just call it the second episode.
This is the second episode. We did a second one of these, you know? We didn't give up after the first one.
No, people liked the first one and they actually wanted more.
Yeah.
And ask is what we're gonna talk to today is what
Just
we
like,
got reply on one of the videos.
yeah, so it's more like we combined them together into like a top questions thing.
Yeah.
You know? And also for the maybe there are some new people here. I'm Ask, and I'm like the one who bitches about stuff.
He was the one who bitches about Gears of War 4
And Overwatch.
Blizzard, Overwatch loot crates,
and
mostly Blizzard.
and just generally like everything. And
He's the one bitching about. He's the one that's most critical over things.
well, yeah, of course. Like, why wouldn't I not be? and the lovely co-host Scott, which
I am a co-host.
well, you said that this is my podcast.
Yeah, it's Ask's idea.
So, yeah. So we're gonna talk about just like general like top games in different categories. So it'd be like favorite game, most hated game, like the guilty pleasure, or maybe like the game you hate but everybody else loves, or the one that you love but everybody else hates. Doesn't even mean it has to be guilty pleasure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff like that, or maybe like your favorite RPG. You know, like different things.
Yeah, but I can't really think of any games that I hate. But if there probably was one, I don't remember it at all.
There's no games that you hate.
I can't remember. I can't really think of one right now.
Not even like a single one. Well, then no one game, one we both hate.
Which one?
So let's start out with that game, Resident Evil 6.
We tried playing that multiplayer, didn't we?
Yeah, like I remember like we started playing on the stream because people really wanted us to play it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this game is bad, you know? And even like the stuff that people like, everybody says that Leon's campaign is good. Well, not the first one. There's not really a first one because you can pick it in any order. But people say that Leon's campaign is good. And my God, is that terrible. It is a shit show. I don't know. Like we only played like the first act and there's 5 acts.
And did we give up on it?
Yeah, like you hated it.
I don't remember why I hated it.
We just thought it was really boring, which it is.
Yeah.
Like the action is just not that good, and the game mechanics are just kind of like meh. And I don't know, and the characters are just bad, you know?
Yeah.
It didn't make for a good stream. I remember like people thought it was fun watching us playing it, but we had like the worst time playing it. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And man, I spent so much money on that game because my friends told me it was good. Oh, really? That close?
You can be closer now. That was
Okay. Okay. Well, you told me to be further away.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm just saying that your microphone is more sensitive, even though I'm turning it all the way down.
Okay. But yeah,
Like,
Resident Evil 6.
I think my microphone is picking me up a little bit. Like, this is you, but I have to be everything below this level. I have to cut it out, something like that.
Okay.
I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, we're just talking about the podcast stuff.
Yeah,
That's happening in the background.
Because we're doing 2 microphones now, so probably the sound quality of our voices don't have the echo of a room ambience or whatever.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, how to figure that out in post-processing.
Yeah. Like I can see my microphone also picks you up a little bit here and there.
Yeah, but I think it's so low that I can use noise canceling to cut it out.
At least like some of it.
Yeah.
And also when you put them up the two tracks above each other, that should also cancel each other out, right?
Yeah, it kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I speak over that low noise that I have in your microphone. So
Yeah.
it shouldn't be that big of a problem.
Podcast stuff, technical stuff, that aside. But yeah, Resident Evil 6 is probably the game well, it's, as you know, it's not the game I hate the most. Like I told you yesterday, like the game I hate the most in the whole world is Goat Simulator.
Oh yeah, you've seen it, but you never played it.
I've never played it, and I just like I even told Scott like we should probably play it on like a stream one time, so I could try it and just like see like try playing it because I really hate it. Like it's probably the worst thing that's like ever happened to me, and and I haven't even played it, you know.
Oh man, that game is giving you cancer.
Yeah, basically. Like I really don't like it.
I've actually, even though I bought the game on sale, I never played it myself either.
Well, then why are you giving me shit about it? If you even have, like, you haven't played
I
it.
never gave you shit about it.
Well, you're like, oh, why do you hate it so much? It's like, well, why do you defend it if you haven't even played it or anything?
Am I defending it? Since when did I try to defend it?
Well, you just said like, oh, I can't think of a game that I hate.
Well, I don't hate it. Like, I've seen people play it. It's like, it's fun for like first time, but then like, it's only fun for the first time. Like second playthrough, you're like, you know, it's the game is like that, and that's it. It's like a one-time experience, and then you like probably need to wait like a year before you're like, I wonder how this game plays, and then, it's still funny the first time. It's kind of like that. It's funny the first time, but it's not something you'd like would play again to get the same experience, like fun.
Like I don't think you would ever get the same experience, you know? It is like one of those like one-time games.
Yeah, then again, it's probably one-time game.
Like all those like walking simulators, you know? A lot of them is also like a one-time play, you know? Like I can't think of okay, Firewatch maybe because you have like different dialogue choices, but a lot of those walking simulators just like you go through it and then the story happens around you, you know? Like that's not really like, oh, we can play that, let's play that again, you know?
Yeah.
I know, you like those walking simulators?
I haven't played the Firewatch thing.
Oh, you should play it, bro. It's good.
What is it about? Like everyone is praising that game, but I have no idea what it's about.
It's about a guy who works out in a forest, and that's basically it. And then it's just like you talk on your walkie-talkie with like this lady in like a watchtower, like out in the distance, and you never meet her, and then they just like not get into like a relationship, but like they get to know each other, and you get to know them through their conversations, and you get to know more about like the main guy that you're playing as, like why he's there, and more about why she's there, and you know, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So it is like, I don't think it's like stream material, but I would say like let's play material, yeah, but I don't think stream would make it good because then you also had like the chat maybe.
And like I could stream it and then like I still have recorded, but I can like remove the chat.
Oh yeah.
From the stream itself.
Probably yeah.
Like how Vinny does it. Like he uploads his streams and uploads them like as a let's play, but he never puts like the chat box in it.
It's also Maximilian also does that.
Yeah.
Like he records the gameplay and then he removes the like his face cam and that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I've seen those.
But like Firewatch, I feel like is, even though like people praise it, I feel like it's kind of like an underrated game. Like not a lot of people have played it.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, I think it's like really good. It's I played like a few of those walking simulators and they don't really like catch my attention, you know. I'm kind of like, oh, if they don't really get my attention like in the first like 5 minutes even, I'm like, nah, then I don't really care. I tried the what was that one? Like, not Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, but the other one, like Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
I haven't tried that one.
Like I tried it, but I was like, it seems okay, but you know, yeah.
It's just the games where you just walk and just story happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I kind of want like games where I'm like more involved in instead of just walking and just listen to a story.
Like you want more gameplay?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Like the thing people are like, oh, but it's you couldn't make this as a movie. Like, yeah, a lot of the walking simulators you can't. Like Firewatch, you wouldn't be able to make as a movie because it's also about like you picking what you're gonna say, you know. But those like where it's just like you just walk and the story happens around you, that could be a movie, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have any gameplay other than you're just walking around, then why couldn't that be a movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also a bit more. I'm more into gameplay than.
Yeah, involve me into the story instead of just letting it happen.
Yeah, like I'm more.
Like, if the game gives me choices, yes, I would play it. Like the Walking Dead series, I can't really say that those are like walker simulators.
Not really, because you have like choices and like there's a few like action scenes, right?
Yeah.
Like I only played like a couple of the episodes. I haven't finished it. But yeah, like you have like choices and like you need to solve some puzzles, go look for batteries and stuff for.
Like stuff like that, like a lot of stuff like can be optional to take and say.
Mm-hmm.
But you can kind of get like a different outcome if you do those stuff.
Yeah.
And also choices. Man, I really want to play season 2 because they have that season 3 and Frontier, I think.
What's Frontier?
I don't know. I think that's season 3.
What? So they just like I was just like, no, forget about the season. We just call it something else now.
I just saw something like Walking Dead Frontier. Let me look it up on Steam.
Yeah, but the Telltale games, I feel like are kind of like the right like. They kind of took some of the old like point and click games, which were all like very narrative games, and added upon that, with the choices and stuff. Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, I think this is the Frontier is season 3.
Okay. Well, I can see it's like the same character, so.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, Frontier is season 3. It seems like there's like 2. You won't call it spin-offs, like side stories of other characters.
Okay.
There's the 400 Days with like multiple characters, and then there's Mijon, like I don't know. This girl here.
Oh, with the samurai sword?
Yeah.
Oh my god, how I hate her.
She bad?
Well, it's just very goofy in the show.
This is a Telltale miniseries. Okay. About her.
Did you watch the show?
No, I watched the two first episode because I was like, this is really cool and like action with stuff and stuff. A lot of shit was happening, right?
Yeah.
And then I got to episode 3 and we were at the camp. I was like, man, this is so boring.
They were at a camp in episode 3?
I don't remember. I watched episode 1. I was like, yeah, this is really good. And then the next episode where they arrived at the camp.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, this is so boring now. And I just stopped.
I like the first season. The second season is terrible. It's so boring. Like, nothing ever happens. And then at the end of season 2, you see her. What was her name?
Mijon?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Where she's standing with... She has samurai swords, okay?
By the way, in case I'm pronouncing her name wrong, I'm sorry.
I can't even remember how to pronounce it, but it sounds right, you know?
Okay.
She has samurai swords, and she cuts down like some zombies, you know? Saves one of the main characters. And then it's Andrea maybe? I can't remember. But she looks up and she sees her. What did you say her name?
Mijon.
Okay, her.
I don't know, it's like giving you like different pronunciation.
The girl with the samurai swords, okay? And then she stands there in like this hooded thing with the samurai sword and 2 zombies chained to her. Like around like like a dog leash, okay? And it's so goofy, you know. It looks like a comic book thing. I know. Oh, it was from a comic book. But the thing is that the show is very serious, you know. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, it's just like we're a comic book now. We got cool action and a girl with samurai swords and 2 zombies chained to her because then the zombies won't attack her. spoilers, but well, it's not really a spoiler. But she says that the reason that the zombies don't attack her is because she cut off their arms and their mouths, like she cut off the jaw. Because if they can't eat, they don't have to eat, so they won't attack her. Like, how does the zombie know that it can't eat? You know,
it's like the zombie's not gonna try anymore.
It's like, oh, I'm just gonna give up. You know.
I don't have a mouth or arms, man. I'm just gonna walk.
And then it's like, oh, because she walks with the zombies don't think she's a human, you know? And I'm like, but if they can look at the zombie and be like, oh, the zombies look at the zombies, right? And like, oh, they're zombies. I'm not gonna attack them. That means they can look at her and be like, oh, she doesn't look like a zombie. I can attack her. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, well, we got really sidetracked there.
We went from games to TV show.
Well, okay, so we were talking about Walking Dead, which was kind of walking simulator stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, but it has a lot more interaction than just walking.
Yeah, exactly. I really liked it.
And your choices changes the outcome and stuff like that.
Well, they say it does, but does it really? Like, does it change a lot?
Well, it changes like
a little bit, right?
Who survives and like that. Like, who do you want with you? Do you want to save that dude, or do you want to like fuck that guy or something? There's like, okay, in season 1, there's this character I really hated, but when he was about to die, I was like, I won't. And like, you can like choose to kill him or try to save him. I tried to save him. Like, even though I hate you, dude, I'm still gonna try and save him.
But doesn't he die anyway?
Yeah, I think it was Kenny who smashed his head or something like that.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I liked him. He was an asshole.
Kenny?
No, the guy who got his head smashed.
He was an asshole?
Yeah, I like those characters. Spoiler for season 1 of Walking Dead Telltale.
You just love characters that other people hate or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like, oh man, this guy's an asshole. I like that.
But I tried, like, even though like I was like hating him, I tried to be like friendly with him, so he's like being more friendly with me, and I actually got that. He became more friendly towards me.
Yeah.
But still like an asshole towards the others, but he kind of favored me more.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked them.
Also with the daughter favored me more because I tried to save her dad.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense, you know? But still, doesn't he die no matter what?
Yeah, I think so.
It just like depends, like, oh, how does he die? He still dies.
Yeah, but that outcome like improves your relationship with the daughter or something like that. Like, okay, he dies no matter what, but the way you can like try to save him or not changes the relationship you have with his daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but still, how much does that even change in like...
There's also the friendship with Kenny. Like, Kenny was like, kill the fucker. I was like, no. I was like...
Kenny was the guy with the mustache, right?
Yeah. His son is Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
It's a good game, you know?
Yeah. I really want to play Season 2, but not really.
Why not?
Because, okay, this is the thing... I get too attached when it's like the stories. I'm so involved with the story, and the consequences are based on my choices.
Oh, so you would get sad? Is that what you're gonna say?
It's more like I will greatly regret the choices I do.
So?
And I'll be like, I can't reload. I did it once in the first season because there was a mistake. I pressed wrong.
Okay.
So I reloaded. So I felt like. I saw past that. But from there on, I was like committed to, if it is a mistake, it just stays.
Yeah, but that's how it should be, you know? That's how life is, you know?
But still, I'll be like, ah, no!
But that's how it should be. You know, you fuck up and then it's like, oh shit, man, I fucked up. Well, this happened. Now I'm just gonna take the consequence for that, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like in real life. Like, oh, you can... Any day you can just not go to work and like, oh, but then I get fired. Yeah, that's the consequence, you know.
Like that. Oh man, I really like this character. I hope he doesn't die, and it gives you like a choice. Like,
but yeah, like so, like that's the game.
Yeah, that's my problem. I really want to, but just these choices, because I get too attached to them. I guess.
Well, that's my problem with Fire Emblem on the 3DS. because
Oh yeah, when they die, it's permanent.
yeah. But the thing is that people are like, oh, that's the same in XCOM. When they die, it's permanent, you know.
Yeah, but you can save them.
But the problem with Fire Emblem is that all the characters you have personalities, and they can have like relationships with like, oh, these can like this guy can be friends with these people, and you get like story from that, and this guy can be together with this woman, and they can have like a kid, and then this story happens, you know. And they're like, oh, this guy died. Now all of this is just gone. You know, or like, oh, this guy died, and I really liked his character. He's just like gone forever.
It was like you ruined his future or something.
Yeah, it's like he's just like permanently gone. He's just gone from the game, like forever. It's like, oh, well, that sucked. It's not like XCOM is like, oh, you can always train a new guy because it's just like these faceless grunts, you know. Like you get attached to them because the character is good. You know, like, oh, I have this amazing sniper dude.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like,
But
they're soldiers with like no real personality.
exactly, like you put the personality into them, but here in Final Fantasy, like they're well-written characters that you really like, and so of course you don't want them to die.
So they die like you destroyed that future they could have with the other character.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
whatever.
It's fucking shitty. I was like, oh, I really like this main guy, and then you get like another character, but she dies very quickly, maybe, and then you just like find out, oh shit, these two could have like a relationship. I was like, oh, fucking shit. Yo, man, I can't play that game. I get too mad.
Isn't it only for 3DS
Mm-hmm.
right now? There's no for like home consoles.
Well, the new one is coming out for Switch, right?
I don't know.
The next one?
Hope so, because I might start on a Fire Emblem if it does.
Oh man, they're good. Well, only I haven't played the new one they made. They made 2 on 3DS, right? I only played the first one. Awakening?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I played.
Okay.
Well, some of it because I couldn't handle it. I get too mad.
Like, how long are like the battles in that game? Like, are they like really long?
It's a little bit up and down.
Like, it depends on what kind of battle it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
like some of them are like giant battles
I was
with
thinking
like.
to be like in the middle of battle or you're about to win, your character dies. Like,
Exactly.
do I want to restart this whole battle?
And the
just
thing
to
is-
save this one guy.
And the thing is, like, it takes so long just to restart the game. You can't just be like, oh, quit the game out to the main menu. No, you have to turn off the 3DS, like completely, and then reopen the game and everything.
Can you like go to menu screen and just shut down the game? And just
Well, okay, you can also do that, but
Okay,
it still
yeah.
takes a long time, you know? Because then, like, you need to go in, and the game needs to boot up, and then you need to load the game, and then you need to go into the mission again and put in the guys you want in the fight, and oh man, it
Does it
takes
have
so
like
long.
skippable cutscenes or just like,
Yeah, I think so.
okay, let me be like, oh, this scene we're just talking like 5 minutes or something.
Well, you still have to sit there and tap, you know, but
Oh yeah, but skip.
yeah, you can
And
skip
actually
past
skip
it.
the whole convo instead of like tapping the A button.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I think there was an what game was it? There's some RPG game I played like lately, where there's a lot of. It's actually an Oni game, but diverted from being an Oni, but being like demons in the village, where there's like different choices. Like, oh yeah, I didn't get the good ending.
Mm-hmm.
I got like one of the bad endings. I was like, yeah, I could replay it and get the good ending, but I don't want to because there's a lot of talking scenes. I can't like doesn't have a skip button, and it takes so long. I didn't want to do it. I just told my viewership, just look up online the good ending. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't want to do it.
But it's not an Oni game.
It started as one, but it became like its own thing.
Huh, okay.
Like if I understand from the creator, like he started, it's like Village Oni or something like that. I don't remember, but it started as an Oni game, but then it like worked more on it. It's just like okay, it's just like demons in the city instead.
Oh, so it's just like some... Like, so it was an Oni game, but it turned into some other demon thing instead.
Yeah, it like became like its own thing.
Okay.
Instead of Oni.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Talking about Oni, what about that fucking Neo game? You still playing that?
Oh, I actually thought of playing it today.
Why didn't you? I'm always like, oh, I want to see more of it. You just never play it.
We can stream it today.
Huh.
If you want to join in for that, like when Greta is done streaming,
Maybe.
because I don't want to like take her viewers or the other way around.
Well, there's no
because many of her viewers are like my viewers.
yeah. And also, like, Grete probably also want to join in on the stream anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know how long she's gonna stream it, but I usually like stream when she's done.
Well, I don't have anything going on tomorrow, so it could be done. But yeah, Neo, that's one of the games that I also like, as Jack on YouTube suggested, like, games that we really wanted to play but never got around to. Neo is one of those games I really wanted to get and play because...
You want to give it a go? You can start over on a new save file.
No, man, I want to see the fucking later stuff.
Don't want to learn how to play it?
And also, okay, so this is one of the things that I fucking hate about myself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to play a game or watch a movie or like read a comic book at somebody else's house if I know I'm gonna get it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Jonas came over and he was like, "Oh, you should read this comic book." I was like, "Oh, okay, but I really want to get it myself, so I don't want to read it." You know, because then I don't have to get it in quotations. You know, because I already read it, so I could just buy book 2. But then I would miss book 1. So why would I read it now if I'm gonna get it anyway?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like with the game, like why would I play it now? Unless it's like a demo to try it out. But I know I want to get Neo.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to like borrow it from somebody because I know I'm gonna get the game anyway. Like.
Yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn is also a game I really want to get too.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, like right now I'm kind of tight on the money, so I'm gonna just wait to get paid till I get paid. I get paid tomorrow actually. I just got my Lunsen.
Oh yeah, I also get I just got my job, you know. I get extra monies.
Oh, so you gonna earn?
Not that much. I only had like 3 days, and I get 135 an hour. And I have been there 14 hours. So still like some money. And also I haven't done any work this year, so I get I don't have to pay taxes on them with the frikort.
Mm-hmm.
So I get full monies. So yeah, probably get it there. But yeah, Horizon. Like it's one of those games like when I saw it the first time I was like, man, this game is incredible, you know? And then I just never got around to getting it.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, this game is awesome. I gotta get this game. I was like looking at my money. I was like, I'm just buying some other games instead.
Like,
I'm actually doing that. Kiwami's comes out Tuesday, right?
What?
Yakuza Kiwami.
Oh yeah.
It's Tuesday. I was like, I'm gonna pre-order that game. I was like, I'm gonna get this game. I was like looking at all the other games that like upcoming, buy those instead. I was like, I'm gonna wait with Horizon Zero Dawn and just never get to it.
Well, Yakuza is also pretty cheap, so
Yeah.
it's not really that bad.
I also thought of getting the Switch when I get paid.
I'm still gonna wait out on the Switch. Like there's still no games I really want.
Because Monster Hunter Double Cross is out in Japans.
So what? You can't even read any of it, you know?
Do you read Monster Hunter?
Well, you don't even know what the abilities are and this stuff and
That's
like,
like Google Translate and guides. People put that shit up.
yeah, but I don't want to fucking do that shit. I just want to play the game, goddamn it.
Then you do that. Like, get the armor set you want. Done. Play it.
But you can't even play online, can you?
You can.
From here?
Yeah.
All the servers are in Japan. Aren't it gonna be super laggy?
Now, if it's like, well, no, okay. The thing that the Monster Hunter does with the 30S game, right? They don't do it server based. They do it host based.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, like they do it in 3DS, right? Like, for example, in Monster Hunter Generations, right?
Mm-hmm.
I make a room, then I am the server, and then you join me. If I somehow disconnect, you all disconnect. Don't you remember that? When the host disconnects, everyone disconnects.
Oh.
So it's host based, not server.
They're still doing that with the Switch?
Maybe? I haven't heard anything about Monster Hunter Double Cross being like dedicated servers or something like that.
Well, don't have to be dedicated servers.
But server based.
Okay. I don't know. But still,
If it is, then it's like no problem playing with other people here in Europe also.
That's true. But still, I'm not gonna get the Switch yet. Way too expensive and, you know, No games. Like, really, what games, like, for the Switch do you really want, other than Monster Hunter?
Splatoon 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the Raven Rapids XCOM game.
Oh yeah, I want to get that.
I'm actually interested.
That looks pretty fun.
Yeah. So that's actually 3 games I want on the Switch.
I'm gonna wait till there's at least 5 games.
And also, Breath of the Wild, after playing it a bit on Greta's Switch, I'm also like, this is a bit fun. Like, even though I've never, like, besides Twilight Princess, and actually played any other
Well,
Zelda
you
games.
don't have to play any of the other Zelda games to play Zelda.
I've never got, like, into the series.
Well, all the games are so different anyway, like with the worlds and the story. Unless you play, like,
But
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
But I thought the Breath of the Wild was fun. I might get that too.
Like,
not all at once. I was like, shit, I used my budget for this month.
I want to get... I'm probably gonna get it when Mario Odyssey is coming out.
When is that coming out?
I think like November.
That's soon, actually.
Well, no, I'm not gonna get it there because I don't have money there because I need to use money on Mike Minola and Run the Jewels concert. So I don't have money there either.
Expensive tickets?
Well, I haven't even bought them yet. I should probably check if there's still even tickets for it. God damn it.
Well, if they're sold out, then you don't have an excuse for not getting Odyssey.
Well, concert tickets are never that expensive. It's probably like, they're around like 300 maybe. So, yo man, you know what? I want to get the Switch also to play, what's it called? ARMS. That looks like fun.
Oh, yeah, ARMS had free-to-play weekend right now.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a Switch, so...
Today, so...
Let's go get a Switch! Right now!
Actually, I think I'm getting paid tomorrow, so I might have to look into it. A Switch. Right now, Elgiganten is probably the cheapest with the Splatoon 2 bundle.
Yeah, I don't want to...
2,999.
I don't want to get that because I don't want digital games. God damn it!
Yeah, that's the downside of it.
I don't know why they fucking do that now. Did you see it with the Sonic Mania collector's edition?
Oh, with the Sonic statue?
Yeah, that you don't get the game. Well, you do, but
it's digital?
It's digital only.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why are you doing this?
But isn't the game like digital only anyway?
I don't know. There's physical copies of it as well.
Oh, there's? Okay.
Yeah. I like how I'm like, oh, I don't have money for stuff, as you said, like I don't have money for Horizon, and then you buy some other game, like that I bought Night Trap, physical copy is like
Collector's edition.
Yeah, like I don't have money for Horizon, but I'm gonna get Night Trap Collector's Edition,
Yeah, this is the thing, like all these games that you wanna buy, that's like, they've gone down in price, but then there's like other games that cost more. You get those instead.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. Even like what, like
It's not only you. I do the same. I'm doing the same.
no, but the thing is, like, what's wrong with me? Like, everybody is like saying that Horizons is a good game, right?
It is.
And then I get fucking Night Trap, like a game is like everybody fucking hates. Well, they like it because it's like a cult game, you know, it's a cult classic. But it's not a good game. But I'm like, I'm gonna get this, and I'm also gonna get the limited edition vinyl with the single on it. It's like, what am I doing with my money? Man.
Probably the collector.
Yeah, I think it's also because of like, oh, it's limited run games, you know. Like there's only like 1,000 copies of it. I was like, oh, but if I don't get it, like it's gonna be gone forever, you know.
Yeah, I know.
And I really want to get the game, and you know me, I like to get my games physical if I can.
Yeah, me too.
Like it's just.
But I don't actually mind getting Splatoon 2 on digital.
Yeah, but really, wouldn't you still want it to like have it on your shelf? Like really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get any like satisfaction of just buying a digital game. I think it's one of the things that I'm like really sad about the whole like digital thing. That everything is going digital.
Yeah.
Even like games where it's like, oh, you get the game like it's a physical copy, but you still need to download basically the whole game. There's like a few games that does that. The Tony Hawk one was like Pro Skater 5, even though it's a bad game. But you put in the disc, and the game is like only like the basic things, and then you need to download the rest. So when the servers close down, that game is just like worth nothing. You can't even use it.
So the disc only serves like a key.
Basically, yeah. It's like, what the fuck is the point of this? And you still need to put in the game to play it, like put in the disc.
Oh yeah, the disc serves as a key to open the door to the game.
Mm-hmm.
But when the server shut down, it's just a door to nothing.
No, just like demolish the house.
The house is just demolished. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna use this anymore.
Just working for nothing right now.
It's like nobody's gonna use this house anymore. Like that. Also,
it's like people coming. I'm back home. Where's my home?
Oh, where's my house? That was the thing about with the Xbox One when it was released. Well, not when it was released, when it was announced. With the always online. Like,
a lot of people were against that.
well, the thing is, when they close down the servers, what's the Xbox One then?
Yeah,
Like, you don't have any games, you can't use it for anything because the games all need to connect to a server. If the server isn't up, you can't use the games. And then what's the Xbox One? It was nothing. So that's why people were pissed about it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, that fucking guy, I can't remember his name. The guy who was before, the guy who is there now.
Spencer?
Yeah, Phil Spencer is now.
Yeah.
But the guy before that, who showed the Xbox One.
Liam Neeson?
where he was like, well, what he said, like, he was asked like, oh, what if people don't, like, can't get any, like, connection? It's like, well, we have an alternate to that, and it's called the Xbox 360. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch?
Oh, you don't have internet? And better downgrade.
Yeah, just downgrade. There's nothing else you can do.
That's bad.
Like, what's the point of that? It's like, like, oh, you can't get internet? Well, just get the worst console, you know?
Just stay with the last generation.
just stick with the last gen.
It's like saying don't get our console if you don't have internet.
Basically.
It's like that's our sales pitch.
And there was like
no internet, no console.
And that was when like PlayStation did the whole like, oh, how to like share a game on PlayStation, like where it just like give it to the other guys, like thank you, you know?
The old DRM thing.
Yeah,
Xbox.
Yeah, because like the games would just be, as you say, like just a key, you know. I still needed to download the whole game. Well, you basically still need to do that with like a lot of games. Well, not download, but install and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But before it was just a key that you put in, and then the whole game would be downloaded.
And then Sony did that ad thing with sharing games.
Yeah.
This is how you share a game with a friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it's really like a shot against Microsoft.
Yeah, I think actually kind of shitty because Microsoft had a really hard time with that guy.
It was the funny.
Yeah, well, that guy, I can't remember his name, but the guy before Phil Spencer, he was just like the worst. He was such a fucking shithead, you know? Just like fucking around, couldn't really like run a company and didn't really care for Xbox or anything. So, whoa, shit. You know, it's
dropping some bombs. Like, oh shit.
He was just like fucking dumb, you know, like coming in fucking Xbox One up, everybody hating Microsoft for that, you know. And then he's like, bye bitches, I'm out, and then he just left right after. And then Phil Spencer was just like sitting there with like all this shit, you know, like shit all up to his ears, just being like, well, now I need to fix all this. And like he's just been fighting so hard, and you just feel like when like all the press conferences, he's just like the nicest guy. He just wants Xbox to be really cool, you know. And everybody just hates on him. Well, I don't think people hate on him. He seems like a nice guy, but Microsoft have had a hard time with the Xbox.
Before him, then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like he's
trying to like correct those.
Yeah.
And try to save face.
Yeah, I would say like as I've been saying a lot on the stream, like I feel like Microsoft, because of them being so far behind from the start, that now they're a lot better than PlayStation, because PlayStation has just been on top from the start, you know.
Now I feel like they are on the higher horse now.
Who, Microsoft or PlayStation?
Sony right now, because before, like, I'm not talking about crossplay right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before, when Rocket League came up, they were like all for crossplay, for what I know.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, you can play with PS4 and PC. That's
Yeah.
cool and all. So I was like, oh shit, they're the first one, like not really first one, that's probably something before, but at that generation doing crossplay between PC and a console.
Yeah.
And right now, Sony's now against crossplay.
Yeah, which I don't get. And Microsoft is like all for it.
Yeah, and even Microsoft is like, want to do it with Sony, and Sony is just like, no, we don't want to do it. So I feel like right now they're high and mighty because they're being top for these years right now.
Yeah. It's the same with the Microsoft doing the backwards compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
That Sony don't want to do it.
Have you read their reason for why they don't want to do it?
No?
Like, oh, they want to protect their customers, because something like that, like more it's more like the children kind of thing. Oh, we have this contract to like protect our customers in our servers, but if they like go to other servers, that like they're out of our protection, which we have promised something, blah blah blah.
What?
And when you think about it, right? Nintendo is the most protective whatever their IP and their customers, right?
Yeah.
They're doing crossplay with Microsoft and PC. With Minecraft. And Sony.
What, really?
Yeah. They're having crossplay with Minecraft with PC, Switch, and Xbox. Sony is the only one who hasn't joined in. Because they're like,
God.
oh, we gotta protect our customers. But look at Nintendo. They're the most protective
Yeah.
shit. And they're doing it. So what's your excuse, Sony?
Yeah, that's
You don't
fucking
have
dumb.
one anymore.
That's kind of lame, you know?
So a lot of people are really pushing they want crossplay with Sony also.
Yeah, like...
That's like one of the topics that we were supposed to talk about last time.
Oh, with the crossplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb, you know? And also, especially with like the backwards compatibility, since like Microsoft been like, yeah, we're gonna do like 360 backwards compatibility, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like I've only seen like a few games that run worse, but basically all of the rest at least like run just as well as on a 360. But then they're like, was it like this E3? They're like, you know what? Original Xbox games as well now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What are PlayStation doing? Well, you can buy PlayStation 2 games again for PlayStation 4. It's like, what? Microsoft is doing all this for free, you know? You can play original Xbox and 360 games on your Xbox One. And they're even sitting there like reprogramming the games to work on the Xbox One.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying with Sony being high and mighty right now because they're being on top.
Yeah.
And now Microsoft is catching up.
Yeah.
But Sony's not doing anything to make themselves look better. They're just like, oh, we're still the best, so we're not gonna improve anything.
It's also how like I've been bitching a lot about the free games on PlayStation Plus. How they've been.
There have been months where they suck, but they're getting good free games again. Right
Okay,
now.
I haven't seen what's on this month actually.
Like I think they're good, but some month ago they were like really bad ones.
Like there were so many months where I was like, these are like fucking shit games.
Yeah, I know.
And Microsoft has just been giving like really cool games, and also with the backwards compatibility that every month they also give one of the games that they make backwards compatible.
They still haven't made Tenchu Z.
No, of course they haven't.
I
What?
just want to play that game.
Then get a fucking Xbox then.
No, I don't want space.
You can just borrow fucking my old Xbox if it's so important, you know. But like, I feel like Microsoft is just. I don't know much about the Xbox One X. If it's such a big failure that everybody's like, oh man, this is.
Scorpio.
Yeah, everybody is apparently like, oh, what's the point of this anyway? Blah, you know. But I don't fucking know. What's the point of PlayStation 4 Pro? You know.
Yeah, they're just like enhanced versions.
Yeah, but at least like the
Or
Xbox.
Microsoft is trying to be like the best one.
Yeah, like at least it seems like they're like going a bit more like crazy about it, like with the specs and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's way better than the Pro.
Yeah. But apparently people are like, oh, what's the point of this anyway? I was like, I don't know. What's the point of?
What's the point of upgrading your computer to the next generation?
Yeah. What? And like, what's the point of just having fun? You know, like you don't have to buy an Xbox. You don't have to buy the PlayStation. You know, just do what you want It's just
you want to buy a new rice cooker, which the old one still works.
yeah, exactly. Like, oh, but this one is nicer. Like, exactly. That's the thing.
That's the thing, yeah.
I don't know. I just think I'm giving thumbs up to Microsoft for.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Like I'm gonna say, like I was kind of against Microsoft back in the day, but now I'm like seeing that they're doing pretty good.
I was a lot against like PlayStation 3, Sony, but the thing is, it's just because I didn't have money to get a PlayStation 3 because it was so expensive at the time, you know?
That was a dumb move by Sony.
Like, I was like, you know, I was always like PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 is my favorite console ever, you know?
That's a lot of people's favorite, yeah.
Like, it's my favorite console ever. I have like so many PlayStation 2 games. And then PlayStation 3 came out, I was like, man, this is too expensive. Fuck that shit, you know? I was really like, oh, fuck them. I don't like PlayStation anymore. Like, really like bitching about it. Like that. At that point, I was really like that fucking console war kid. And then I got the Xbox, and I was like, oh man, this is way better than the PlayStation. But then I got the PlayStation when Uncharted 2 came out. I'm pretty sure.
Version 2?
No, Uncharted 2.
Oh, Uncharted 2, okay.
I got the PlayStation 3 Slim, the one you also have. Yeah, the pretty one. That's the design I like the most of the PlayStation designs. But and then I got it. I was like, man, this is pretty fucking cool. And I love the PlayStation controller. You know, it's like the best controller ever. The triggers on the PlayStation 3 one is kind of wonky, but I still think they're good. Like they're decent. But the controller is just like the best. And then I got the PlayStation. I was like, oh, fuck Xbox One. You know. Fuck that shit, man. It's expensive and it's dumb and it's big and bleh. And now that I have both, I'm like, they're actually pretty similar. So I just when I get games, I usually just like check. I check if like one of the versions is like super broken, and if not, I'm just like switching between which one I'm getting the games on. You know, like sometimes like, oh, I'm gonna get this on Xbox, I'm gonna get this on PlayStation, just to like equal it out. But if like the Xbox version is like super jank, of course I'm not gonna get it on that. And the other way around, of course, right? But I don't know. I feel the console wars stuff is just fucking dumb.
The console wars is dumb. It's the fanboys.
Yeah.
More like they're defending like the dumbest shit on their console.
Yeah. Also,
just because they like one over the other.
Or maybe just because they, like me, don't have money for both. You know, so they have to pick one, and when you pick one, you pick a side.
Yeah. The most thing I see in comments right now about the console wars are like, oh, this game doesn't have games. And then someone replies defending that console with a list of games that are exclusive to that. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, okay. Do I want to play most of those exclusive games? No.
Yeah.
Either side does that. Either side will say, oh, PlayStation 4 has no games where it's exclusive, and some other will post list of exclusive. And the other side was like, oh, Xbox One has no exclusive, and then the other side will post list of exclusive.
Yeah.
Like, many of those games I don't want to play because I'm not interested.
Mm-hmm.
And the games I do want to play, they're like multi-platform.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of games on Xbox I want to play. There's a lot of games on PlayStation I want to play. There's a lot of games on Nintendo's... Well, not on Nintendo Switch right now, but...
Gears of War 4 is a game I really want to play on Xbox.
Well, you can get that on PC.
Do I want to get it on PC?
No. Well, you're still gonna play it with a controller, so why not? Why not just get it on an Xbox? I'm really sad that they canceled what was it called, the Scalebound. If you saw that one.
The Devil May Cry Dragon thing.
Yeah. Dude, man, that looked fucking cool.
The multiplayer, like how did they explain multiplayer in the trailer?
I don't know. It's like multiplayer, and you had like each like a dragon, and
yeah, but how like explain like how they are the same person? Like it's like.
No, I think you could like redesign your character, but he was like the main guy, you know.
Yeah, but they're all like the same person.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
It
was like time dimension thing. I don't fucking know. Like I think it was like they were interacting with each other also.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember. Something like that.
Well, it doesn't matter because the game is not getting made, so.
Like the first trailer for it, right? If you remember it, like it was like it had like horrible frame rates. It was like,
oh yeah.
You couldn't like.
Well,
this is an action game like with that horrible frame rate, you couldn't play it. Like,
Well, and then the second one they showed, they fixed a lot of the frame rate, and then they're just like, oh, we're gonna cancel the game now. It's like, what happened?
It's the frame rate. The FPS killed them.
Like,
oh, we can't achieve 30 FPS.
like I was like really bummed out about that.
It did look interesting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see more before like decide on if I want to play it or not.
Well, that's with like every game, you know.
Yeah, still.
But I was like, oh man, this looks awesome. Like riding dragons, fighting giant monsters, you know. What's not to like?
Be that cool guy who listens to music while playing with like sword fighting.
He listens to Prodigy.
Didn't he have like an MP3 player where he just puts on headphones? Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna battle now.
It was
Go dragon.
It was fucking lame. Like he's fighting with swords and like there's dragons, but he still has like fucking Prodigy music and you know, like puts on his headset like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna listen to my booty jams now. Well, Prodigy's not booty jams, but
My twerk playlist.
my twerk playlist. He's just standing there twerking while the dragon is fighting. No, the dragon is twerking and he's fighting.
They take turns.
Yeah, we're switching it up. And then like you can like play as the character who's twerking, and there's like a rhythm game instead.
Booty clapping like sharp waves when a dragon is doing it. I'm booty clapping.
Oh shit! Oh man, that game I really wanted to play. Man, I got sad now. Like, why would you cancel a game where you could like fly in dragons and fight monsters? And oh man, it was so cool.
We're gonna talk about games that we want to play but got cancelled.
I don't even know other games.
Mega Man Legends 3.
You really wanted to play that?
Yeah, man, I'm a fan of the Legends series.
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, they're working on the Mega Man Legends 3, and Capcom was like, I see you guys really want this game and stuff like that. And they were like working on all this concept art, and they had like an alpha build or something. They showed the gameplay of it,
and they were like, "Oh, there wasn't enough interest of what it was."
Yeah, something like that. I was like, "We're just gonna cancel this game." It was like the fan base was just got destroyed.
The weird thing about that, right?
I was like, "How did you not have an interest? Have you seen these people? They really want this game."
The weird thing is that even though I played Legends when I was a kid. And I didn't really want to play the game, you know? Like, I wasn't really that interested. But when I heard, like, they canceled it based on, like, it wasn't popular enough, I was like, what the fuck? You know, like...
I love the series.
Like, there's a lot of people... I know a lot of people who love it. Well, not a lot of people, but I know people who love it.
Do it as a stream or let's play.
But
I don't have the game, like, physically with me. It's in the Philippines somewhere with my PlayStation 1.
But isn't it on the PlayStation Store?
I have to check up on that.
I'm pretty sure it is. At least the first one is. The trombone one is also on. Because people are like, oh man, this game is super rare. Let's charge like so much money for it, and it just is on PlayStation Store for like $6 now or some shit.
I have to look up into that.
No, but I just thought it was really shitty how they're just like, there was not popular enough. We're gonna cancel it. You know,
like there has to be something else than just that.
Yeah.
In order to cancel it.
Like, you know what? Also, did you see that that first person Mega Man game they made? They made like this really cool one. It was called like Maverick something.
Maverick Hunter?
No. It was called like, yeah. Well, I know Maverick Hunter is a thing, but it was called Maverick something. Okay. I can't remember what it was. But it's like this first person game. It kind of looked like Metroid Prime, and the Mega Man suit was designed by the guy who redesigned Iron Man for the movies, and it looked super cool. It was like this, like it was like a first-person shooter, kinda with like some platforming and stuff. It was still Mega Man-ish, but then you had like these finishing moves where it like went like the camera zoomed out, so you could like kind of like Destiny when you're doing like the special moves, you know?
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I don't think I've seen that.
There was like some alpha builds of it. Looked like fun. And they're just like, let's just scrap this. It's like, what are you doing, Capcom? Like, what?
Capcom been doing a lot of bad decisions.
Well, Capcom is a fucking shit show of a company, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I really...
They do good. Most of the time they do bad.
Well, they're doing Resident Evil 2 now.
2?
Yeah. They're gonna remake Resident Evil 2.
Oh, cool.
Because Resident Evil 1 was so popular.
What was 2 about?
It's the one with Leon in Raccoon City.
Yeah, that one.
That's the good one.
Man, I only remember the first one because of the Jill sandwich memes and stuff like that. But I never really played it myself, even though I have it on PS4.
You have it on PS4?
The HD remake, yeah, it was free.
Oh, that one.
It was free at some point.
But it doesn't have Jill Sandwich in it.
No, he says something else.
I think he says like if it wasn't for me, you could fit into a sandwich.
Oh, yeah, like
it
changed to such a lame voice line.
It was like it doesn't even like have the same like the thing is like it's a lame line, the Jill Sandwich line, you know.
Yeah.
But it's charming, you know. It's funny.
It was made it funny. Like it even reoccurred in 6, or I think it was like Barry's daughter, or something like that. Where some other characters like mentions like, you almost became like a sandwich, and then the daughter was like, oh, did you speak with my dad or something like that?
What? Really?
Yeah, there's a scene like that.
Fuck, that's dumb.
I feel like there's a callback to that joke.
In Resident Evil 5, in the Mercenaries mode, if you play as Barry, he has an attack called Barry Sandwich.
Like I remember there's, I think it was 6.
Also, the fucking Dead Rising, the sandwich shop is called Jill's Sandwiches.
Yeah. Why would they so change it? Because it's a thing everyone loves, and they just fucking change it.
Well, I think because when the original remake came out on GameCube, at that point I don't think Jill's Sandwich was like something people loved.
Where's my tablet? I want to show you that scene.
The Jill Sandwich one?
Yeah, what they mentioned about his dad. Because apparently his dad jokes a lot about sandwiches, according to his daughter.
But is it Revelation 2 then?
Maybe it was Revelation 2.
The one we never played, but we thought we were gonna play, but we never played?
Maybe it was Revelation. Let me look it up. Here's the deja vu.
Deja vu!
Deja vu!
Talking about Resident Evil. Like this podcast just turned to talk about everything cast.
Well, we're sticking to the category of games. So.
Well, yeah, that's true. But Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, that Claire sandwich scene. Oh, come on. But they just keep talking until I find the scene. Like, there's gonna be a point in this podcast where we're just silent and just hear.
Well, they can hear that shit from the tablet.
Yeah, they can see what's going on.
Well, so Resident Evil 7, right? You like it, right?
The VR horror?
Well, it doesn't have to be the VR, but
yeah, it's better with VR.
Well, I don't feel like it's better with VR because the game looks like poop.
No, but the VR experience, bro. I know the graphics isn't as better when you have it on VR mode.
Which is weird because I feel like that the what was the Rush of Blood? That one looks like really good. Well, not like really good, but it looks better than Resident Evil 7 in the VR. But maybe because it's a rail shooter, you know, it can like it doesn't have like it can easily just like don't render the stuff behind you. So they don't have to use like RAM on that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's like there's more technical stuff with the
Resident
Evil 7 that they have to downgrade the graphics a bit.
But
to look at that little bit more cardboardy-ish.
Because, okay, I'm not hating on the game because I haven't played that much. I only played the 2 hours I played with you. But I just really can't get into the fucking first-person stuff.
You can't?
No.
I think it's like, when I first put it on, I was like super scared already.
Well, I'm just talking about like more like overall in the game. Like Resident Evil for me isn't like first-person, you know?
It's a fixed camera kind of thing.
Well, it just like the over-the-shoulder from Resident Evil like 4, 5, 6, you know? That's also really good. But the first person just doesn't really click with me. It just feels a bit too much like Outlast and all those horror games, you know? Alien Isolation, PT.
Oh, here it is, I think. There we go.
Oh, Barry told everyone that story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
She's like, oh, I almost became a Claire sandwich. Does Barry tell everyone that story? Call back.
Barry was nice.
Barry's funny.
He was like
He's probably my favorite character.
he has like he has like the best lines. Like, I have this. It's really powerful, especially against living things. It's like, of course, like it's a gun. Goddammit.
Like because of the translation. No, the game was when the game was in Japan. The whole game was like spoken in English.
Yeah. And apparently it's because they didn't have like.
It's because of the Japanese script writing. They have to like write it in English.
Well, apparently they didn't want to pay like voice actors, but all voice acting back in the game was like pretty shit, except if it was Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, like any PlayStation 1 game with good like dialogue. Really?
Yeah.
Like even fucking Final Fantasy VII. The dialogue there is kind of wonky, you know? I know it's not spoken, but the dialogue is not the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't talk about the story, but I've seen the dialogue. And that shit is bad, you know? What about Final Fantasy VIII? Does that one have, like...
They don't talk in it's not voiced.
Okay. I thought maybe that one was voiced since, like, went for, like, more realistic graphics.
Final Fantasy X is the first one to get voiced.
Really?
Yeah. That was the one that started the voicing in Final Fantasy series.
Okay.
And then from there on, besides Final Fantasy XI, I haven't played that one because it's an online game. But since then, 12, 13, and so on has been voiced.
Yeah. What about Blue Line Guy? Does he talk?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
When you get to his tribe or his home village.
Oh, there's more of him?
Yeah. He's not the only one.
Oh, I thought he was like a fucking one guy.
But I think he was like banished from his village.
He was too blue.
There's something happened and he got banished.
Okay.
Or exiled or whatever.
You played the whole game?
Yeah.
It's good?
It's alright. There's some if you want to get the ultimate weapons for each character, there's some stupid stuff you have to do.
If I should play it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should I get the PlayStation 4 version or should I just stick to the PlayStation 2 one that I already have?
Like if you want some HD graphics.
Well, I don't care about that, but like, did they like update the game somehow?
Like the game mechanics are still the same, but I think in the remaster one they made the international versions. There's some stuff in the Japanese one that got never released outside.
Oh, so there's actually like bonus stuff?
There's some extra stuff to some leveling mechanics, I think. I'm not really sure. Because I remember, like, I have one that's the international version even. I think it's like never got released outside of Europe and Japan. Like, the US version never got it.
Okay.
That kind of special version.
Okay. Because I have it on PlayStation 2, but, you know...
But if you're just playing it for, like, the story and gameplay, like... I think you can just stick with the PS2, because the remaster is just, like, updated graphics.
Okay.
I don't think there's that much more added content to the remaster, besides, like, updated graphics and music.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit!
Man, my phone is going crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Final Fantasy.
We're talking for an hour now. Should we just like?
Let's talk a little bit more.
Okay.
I want to talk a little bit about the Final Fantasy now.
So we have the ending topic, Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Final Fantasy, like with the 15 one.
How much are they gonna milk that series? Like,
yeah,
it became a stupid mobile game, like that's just like Castle Crashers or whatever it is. Not Castle Crashers, like these city building games, mobile games that everyone is just copying.
Yeah, they're like
Final Fantasy is doing it.
Yeah.
And one guy on YouTube, right? Like, I think Amazon owns it. They're like paying some YouTubers to like make videos and like promote the game.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, who's like a huge Final Fantasy 14 fan, he's playing 14 a lot. He also got paid to do it, but he didn't like the game at all. And he's like, oh, maybe I can make like a joke video of it. And Amazon's like, oh, we don't like that either. So he's like, he can't do it. He can't make a video because he doesn't like the game.
Yeah.
The game is so bad.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, but they're promoting the shit out of it.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's like a shit game.
Like there's so many fucking like commercials before like YouTube videos with like the fuck, and it's like they show like this video. It's like, oh, this is a trailer for Final Fantasy 15. Like still like, oh no, oh, it's the mobile game. You know,
Final Fantasy 15 Empires. I was like, oh, maybe it's a decent game. And this you just look pictures of it. It's just a copy of those city builder games.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, really? At first I thought it was like unofficial kind of copy. That's just like a copy game.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Final Fantasy 15 brand.
Yeah.
But later on I figured, oh fuck, it's actually official.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this game is so shit. Why would people? And because it's Final Fantasy 15, people are probably gonna get it still.
You think there's gonna be Final Fantasy 15 characters in Kingdom Hearts 3?
I don't think so, actually.
Why not?
I don't know. I just feel like probably not, but maybe we'll see.
Like, I just feel like since they're milking it that much.
Oh yeah, probably. Okay, maybe they do it as like a side story DLC kind of thing.
I'm just thinking like a like the fucking with Cloud and the fucking guy from 8 and Sephiroth and like the popular characters, because people like the bromance stuff, you know, like, oh, they're so cute together, blah. You know,
oh, they probably gotta make like Sora part of the boy band.
Yeah, or maybe just like it's just like Gladio is gonna be there, you know. It's just like he's the character from the game, you know.
Yeah, why not? He's the most popular of the 4, actually.
Exactly, so he's probably gonna be there.
Maybe
like
the popularity has changed now that Prompto has his like side mission.
like isn't fucking Titus? Isn't he in Kingdom Hearts 2 somewhere?
No, he's in the first one actually. He's
That's the first. Child. Yeah, and the fucking guy with the hair and the volleyball.
Waka is also there, yeah.
Yeah, so like there's still like just like sprinkle them in like here and there, you know.
They probably gotta have a little bigger role than just background character.
And dude, the fucking clothing in Final Fantasy 15 is like perfect for Kingdom Hearts, you know.
Oh yeah, okay, I get you.
Like that, like black, like ooh, we have like these cool leather pants on, and
they
like
gotta redesign them with more
more zippers and some extra belts and
more zippers, chains, and belts.
Yeah.
Was Lulu ever in the Kingdom Hearts game? Because she has like belts for dress.
Oh, her? No, she's not.
Two big boobs. Not child friendly.
She has big boobs?
Yeah, she has like the biggest boobs in the Final Fantasy. That was the thing where you like when you first meet her, like your character's like staring at her chest.
Really?
Like when you have the binoculars, you look at Lulu as like whoop, whoop.
What the fuck? Okay.
When you play, you'll see it. You'll
see
the scene.
I liked her. She looks cool.
And she is so cool. She's a black mage.
Like even though like the belt dress is fucking dumb, but I really like it. You know, it's like the perfect like kind of Japanese lameness. It's like, well, she has a dress, but it's made of belts. It's like, oh yes, oh.
It sure keeps her pants up if she had any.
Keeps the dress up more.
It keeps the dress up, but the belts are made of. So it keeps itself up.
Yeah, it's like flying. You can fly with it.
Don't add any more belts to a dress, or she will fly off to space.
Will start flying. No, I really liked her design. Like this from like all the characters I can remember. It's like Blue Lion guy and her. I just didn't know that was her name, but.
Oh, Lulu. Now you remember.
Yeah, those are like the characters that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the belt dress. I don't know, that kind of stuck with me, you know? It's cool, but it's fucking lame. That's how I feel about like a lot of things in Final Fantasy. Like it's cool, but it's still pretty lame.
Cool in games, but in real life,
it's kind of lame. Well, that's like every game ever, you know? Like it's cool in the game, but in real life, it's like this, have you seen the one where it's like Fedora in movies, Fedora in real life? Like you're like this cool guy with a fedora, and then like in real life, it's just like this fat guy with like the head is like sitting like right on top of his head, like whoop. Yo, man, fucking fedoras, man. Like that's how you know like the podcast is about to end. We're talking about fedoras now.
Well, you are hipster.
Well, I don't like fedoras.
Oh man, you're not hipster.
So let's end it here.
Let's end it here, and we probably add some music that Ask has found.
Yeah, I'll figure out which one it is. There's also gonna be some intro music. Hope it's good. Yo, man, wasn't that intro music good? The intro music was like the best. You know?
Decided on one yet.
Well, just pretend we did.
Just pretend we did. It's good, right? It's good. Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good.
Just like this video, right? Just like this video. Give a good review. Give a good iTunes review. We're never gonna release it on iTunes.
We don't even have it on iTunes.
What?
We don't have it on iTunes.
No, that's
so.
what I'm saying. We don't
Okay.
even have it up in iTunes. Give a good iTunes review anyway.
Just do it. Just go into iTunes, just like write a review like on some random podcast, be like, this is the review for this podcast, it's for this podcast, but because it isn't on iTunes, I'm just gonna write it here.
I want to see people actually doing it. Like, take a screenshot, just a random ass podcast, and just write a review for our podcast.
Yeah, and make sure it has like no views at all. Just like
Yeah, make sure it's. It would be like the other podcast is like, oh man, my podcast doesn't get any review. And he gets like, oh, there's a review here. It's not even for his.
it's like 5-star review for my podcast. Wow, like oh
I
shit.
gotta read this review.
It's like
It's
for
not even for him.
it's like for another podcast. That would be really funny. It's like the same. It's the same. Did I tell you, like where like I went to Twitch and just scrolled all the way down to like Twitch channels with like 0 viewers.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Just like go in and just like comment one thing and like right as soon as he notices you, you just leave.
Just be like, hello, and he noticed, just like, oh shit, and leave.
he's like, oh shit, man, I got a viewer. Just like leave instantly. It's like, fuck you, bitch, I'm out.
I didn't come to this stream to get noticed.
I'm just here to watch somebody play games. Ugh.
Oh man.
Ugh.
Yeah, we will. Okay, as someone actually does that and gives us screenshot proof,
Yeah.
or probably a link so we can go and check it out. So it's not the screenshot is like Photoshop. We will give a huge shout out in the next one.
Yeah, you will get shout out. But don't be mean, you know? Don't be like
mean about it.
Don't be like, well, not mean to us. You can be like, oh, this podcast sucks, blah, but don't be mean to the guy that you're posting the review on.
Yeah, don't be mean to that guy.
Don't be like, this podcast sucks, but this other one is good. Don't be like
If you want to be a
that.
good guy, well, listen a bit about it and just comment on that and just pretend you heard the whole thing. and do the rest of you based on ours.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Well.
So before we ending, so a little recap of what we talked about. We stayed on category on games.
Basically, yeah. The whole time, except it's the last like 5 minutes.
But yeah.
But like Final Fantasy and Resident Evil, and you know what? We should also play fucking Resident Evil sometime. You know?
Which one?
7.
I should get the game because I think my friend who has it doesn't have that much time anymore because he has now a second child now.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, but how was it? Has Barnadope?
Oh, that was the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Got baptized in combat. Got the baby to fight another baby.
Then, but later on, like after the party, we went to his place and I played the Left Behind DLC from Last of Us.
Okay.
It's a really short one.
Yeah. It's just
Not
like
that long.
it's like a standalone thing.
Mm.
Just also played that Uncharted 4 Lost Legacy.
Yeah, but I need to play the fourth.
Well, you
one,
need
so-
to play the 4th one as well. So
Okay, let's end this podcast before we like talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
later on.
we don't know when the next one is gonna come out, but it's gonna happen, right?
Yeah. And sorry, there's no audio visualizer on this one because my trial for Adobe After Effects expired.
Well, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
If you get it someday, you can do it
I have
again.
I have to pay for the license, just like with
Well, like I have it, so I think I have it. So we'll figure it out. They might not be on this podcast, but maybe on the next one.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We
have also ending music that we're gonna choose.
And it's playing from now.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye. It's probably gonna sound like that, but you know, bye.